Does it feel like everything you want to do these days requires signing up for a subscription? Very annoying, right? From watching your favorite shows, to ordering meals, to working out with a fitness app, your credit card bill is likely seeing a steady spike from all those recurring charges. So with more on how to manage the overload, we are joined by emerging media consultant Mohit Rajhans, who's doing a little pump-up dance. Like you were like pumping yourself up before we got in here. I love that.
Oh, is this what's happening now? We're watching Mohit do the warm-up dance off camera? Okay, all right. I like this.
Well, I should
this.
show you. Your face is actually on one of the biggest screens in the studio right now. So good, great skin, great skin. Okay, but listen, let's talk subscriptions, because these days, how much are people actually spending? Because I can tell you, I got every single streaming service out there right now.
Yeah, and I think what you're alluding to is that we're in a situation right now that the pandemic has brought us to a place where we're not even thinking twice about how many different things that we're subscribing to, because we're really in a world where we set it and forget it. Mm-hmm. Canadians have increased their digital spending when it comes down to streaming services by over 15% in the past 2 years. And now we're in a situation where we have to cater to so many different people at home. Yeah. You know, we don't have just one family subscription to things. We have people who are 8 years old. We have people who are 80 years old. And that subscription economy requires different things for different people. These pandemic-fueled trends that we're referring to also breed a various and variety of options. So, Sonia, I consider the fact that, you know, if you like horror movies, or if you like children's programming, or if you like various types of specific types of things for pet grooming, you're not in a situation, unfortunately, where you have to do one thing anymore. You can actually subscribe to all these various things without thinking twice about it.
So what are some of the trends that you're seeing also that are emerging since the pandemic? Or I would say like the trend since the pandemic, but now like that trend is also changing, no?
Yeah, I think one of the things we have to be alarmed about is the fact that a lot of prices are increasing unbeknownst to us. So when we did sign up for things during the pandemic, I go and do a little quick check and see if those prices still are actually there. But the other thing is that data is being collected about our buying habits. So think about how we're sort of being promoted to subscribe to things to make life a little bit easier. Think about people who do pet grooming, or people who have self-care related items that they want. Yeah. Now it's a lot easier for those to just show up at our house. So we have two competing things. We've got the physical subscription stuff that we love the convenience for, and we've got this monster digital profile that we can start to consume. Everything from dating apps to streaming services, which all add up.
And the interesting thing is, like, companies also know that we're seeing a bit of I guess a slowdown from some of the streaming services as well, and people are getting out, they are buying, they're touching things as well. But how would you say tech and media companies are making subscriptions worth your while to make sure you don't go far off?
Well, that's a very interesting point, because all of them offer a different amount of value. So if you consider the fact that you go to Amazon and you've got a various amount of choices that you can spend that money on, and you get the streaming service with it. But Netflix, they have to come out with hit after hit. And so I think we're in a situation now where the value increase we'll start to see based on how companies are willing to combine their offer. Is the personalization there, for example, in a music service, so that all the different people in your household can go on one subscription and actually be a part of it without everybody having an individual one. The other thing is the yearly bonuses families can start to look at now to help decrease their bills. You know, we used to think to ourselves, oh, I don't want to subscribe for a full year. I don't know if I'm going to like this in the next couple of months. But the truth is, that's where the value can actually be seen, especially when it comes to kids programming and or wellness related stuff. Yes. And the last thing I want to mention about that very quickly, Sonia, is we can't forget that subscribers are actual people in communities. So when we start to subscribe to anything from a knitting group to Peloton, etc., we feel like we're a part of communities and not just getting goods. And so it creates conversation as part of our own culture as well.
Oh, I wish we had time to get to the last one, but you have some recommendations for digital subscriptions that really are worth the money, especially with Father's Day coming up. We've run out of time, but I trust that you will put those pointers up on your Twitter handle, and you can also head to Mohit's website, dadspotting.com, for more great subscription ideas. Mohit, thank you so much. You're always full of such great knowledge, and we always run out of time, but that's when you know we're having a great time. So thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.